Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to week 9 recap of commercial diving school. This week was a complete dive week, and in this video I'm going to be explaining what kind of jobs we did for each day, and also I'm going to be answering the question, how much diving did I do personally out of the entire week? So if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Remember to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and leave any comments or questions for me down below. So for starting out the week, on Monday, we did contamination dives in the morning, and basically what that was we simulated that we were diving in contaminated waters, and then we immediately after exiting the water, we went over to a decontamination station where we got hosed down and scrubbed down as a simulation, and practiced that whole deal. And then we started with the piping system in the afternoon, and basically on Monday what we did for the pipes was we basically found where they are, because they're on the bottom near that dive station. We had to find the pipes, and then we basically rigged them up to slings and the chain fall system. So if you missed it, I talked this week about how the school on this particular dive station has a metal arm that can swing back and forth over the deck or over the water, and it has you can hook a chain fall up to it, and the chain fall can help you bring up various pipes of lots of weight on them. So that's what we did. We hooked it up to the chain fall and then brought it up to surface and then set everything out on the deck. So that was Monday. And then Tuesday, we kind of did a dry run of how the pipes go together on the deck on top side. So we got all the gaskets together, all the bolts together, make sure we had everything, because we're going to assemble this whole entire piping system underwater. So the pipe, there's 2 pipes. They're about 12 feet long that were both straights, and then you had 2 90-degree angle pipes that were about this big in size, and we're gonna put them together underwater. So on Tuesday afternoon, we ended up lowering all the pipes down and putting them into position, and then the next group after that would start assembling the pipe together. And then on Wednesday, we continued working on the pipes, getting the bolts tightened down, and then half of the group of divers started working on pile jackets. So pile jackets, you basically have a bunch of pieces that go together that make up a pile jacket system that goes over an existing pile. So pile, like I said, is a column of concrete used to hold up like a bridge or a dock or something over the water. So these things break down over time, and they need to be reinforced. And so companies hire dive companies to essentially construct a jacket over the existing pile so that they can pour more concrete, kind of like you pour concrete into a mold to reinforce the pile that's already there. So it consists of clamps and straps and the actual jackets, which are made of fiberglass, and you would basically construct a jacket and have it all basically strapped down and tightened down all together, and that would go all the way up the entire length. And some columns could be 40 feet tall, they could be even taller than that, so you'd have to construct a pile to go all the way up that 40-foot pile. So yeah, so for the rest of the week we basically split up the class or divers that were in the water. 2 would go and work on the pipe, and 2 would go and work on the pile jackets. So then on Thursday, after getting all the pipe assembled together, we then took it all apart, brought it back up topside, and then we got ready to put it back in the water and then reassemble it all together. So basically repeating the process and getting more experience putting it back together again. So then we basically, like I said, the other group worked on the pile jackets for Thursday, and then by Friday we finished up with the pipes in the morning. We're basically done with that. So the rest of the day we focused on the pile jackets and getting faster times, assembling and disassembling all of the pieces and different parts of the pile jacket. So I wanted to talk a little bit about how much I actually got to dive, because if you're in commercial diving school and you do an entire week of diving, how much diving can you expect to get out of one diving week? And I can only talk about my experience from school. And so my experience this whole week of diving, I dove a total of 4 times. Now, I also want to say that I wasn't really supposed to dive for a second time on Monday, but we had some room for, if some people wanted to dive again, because the weather was pretty foul. Nobody wanted to get dressed out, and then we had a couple of people that weren't feeling too good, so I got that opportunity and I took it. So on Monday I dove twice, on Wednesday I dove 1 time, and then on Thursday I dove 1 time. So total of 4 dives. My first dive on Monday was a little bit less than an hour. It was about 48 minutes. My second dive on Monday lasted about 72 minutes, so a little bit over an hour. And then my Wednesday dive was an hour, and then my Thursday dive was an hour and a half. So that's kind of how much time you can expect, based on my experience and what I went through, can maybe help you with determining like how much you might be able to expect if you go to commercial diving school and have a whole entire dive week ahead of you, because you might think, oh, I can dive every single day, but it might not actually happen like that, because there's so many people in the class, and because there's a rotation. Some people may need more dive time than others, and so that's kind of how that goes. So hopefully that helps you guys in the future, with dive time and how much you'll actually be diving. So anyways, that's all I have for this video. That's everything we did for the week. But what we got coming up is next week, I know we have a midterm, and then we're also diving next week. And then we're also learning more stuff in the classroom. So for the dives, I'm not too sure what we're going to be doing for the dives yet, but I know next week is our second week of our junior mod, and then we still have like welding to come up in our junior mod as well. So if you're interested in learning about that and seeing more of that, stay tuned for all that stuff, because yeah, it's gonna be really exciting. So anyways, that's all I have for this video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already, and leave any comments or questions for me down below. Stay tuned for the next video, and I hope you guys have a great one. See you in the next one. Peace.